Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Canadian Open, Gauff battles past Collins. Ito stuns Paolini in Montreal. Montreal. Top seed Coco Gauff survived a tough battle against Jasmine Collins after nearly 3 hours at Canadian Open to earn her first match win since winning Roland Garros in June. Gauff was 2 points away from defeat in the third set of her eventual 7-5, 4-6, 7-6, 2 win, as Collins wiped away deficits of 2-0 and 4-2 over the last 80 minutes of the match. But the elder of the two Americans never reached match point and lost 9 of the last 11 points played inside IGA Stadium, WTA reprots. I was practicing well, and I don't think I transferred it today, but hopefully I got my bad match of the tournament out of the way. Gauff said post-match. Danielle is a great ball striker, and for me to break her as many times as I did, there's definitely some positives to take from today. She added. Gauff will face another former top 10 player, Veronika Kudermetova, next. The former world number 9 was a 6-4, 6-2 winner over number 29 seed Olga Danilovic in the second round, having announced herself by reaching the Osaka semifinals on home soil in her WTA debut last October. Ito backed that up with her first WTA 125 title in Canberra to start 2025 and broke into the top 100 in May. However, she had not won a tour-level match this season until her first-round win over Katie Volanets this week, also her first victory in a WTA 1000 main draw, according to WTA. Elsewhere, Japanese qualifier Mayo Ito pulled off the biggest upset, knocking out number 7 seed Jasmine Paolini 2-6, 7-5. 7-6-5 in 2 hours and 27 minutes. The world number 110 had trailed by a set and 4-1 and saved 1 match point down 5-4 in the second set. Ito will next play Jessica Buz's Monero in the third round. Earlier, Bianca Andreescu withdrew from her second-round match at her home WTA 1000 event due to a left ankle injury. Her opponent, number 4 seed Mira Andreeva, advances to the third round via walkover. INS. The sun baked the hard courts of Montreal on a midsummer afternoon, but the real heat came not from the weather. It came from the unrelenting drama unfolding at the Canadian Open 2025. 2 stories, unfolding on parallel courts, collided into one unforgettable day of women's tennis. Coco Gauff, the top seed and reigning U.S. Open champion, barely survived a barn-burner against fellow American Jasmine Collins, while Japan's Mayo Ito, a virtual unknown on the WTA Tour until now, produced the upset of the tournament, stunning the red-hot Jasmine Paolini. Court 1. Gauff's grit tested by fire. For Coco Gauff, 2025 was supposed to be the year of clarity. No more teenage turbulence, no more nerve-induced double faults, and certainly no more early-round slip-ups. Yet, as the second set slipped from her grasp against Jasmine Collins, fiery, unfiltered, and playing like she had nothing to lose, Gauff found herself staring down the same demons that had haunted her Montreal past. It wasn't just a match. It was an emotional seesaw that tested the limits of endurance, not only for the players, but for the packed crowd that gasped, cheered, and groaned with every swing. Set 1, a slow boil. Gauff, clad in electric blue, started aggressively. Her forehand was crisp, her movement fluid. She broke Collins early and rode the momentum to take the first set 6-3. But something felt off. Her serve, her ever-present Achilles heel, began to wobble. 3 double faults in her final service game of the set gave Collins a sniff of life. It was all she needed. Set 2, the storm arrives. If Gauff had hoped for a smooth afternoon, Collins had other ideas. The 31-year-old Floridian, long known for her intensity and power baseline game, broke Gauff's serve twice, roaring after each winner like a lioness protecting her territory. The second set became a different match entirely, less tactical and more emotional. Gauff began to shake. Her toss went awry. Her footwork lagged. The crowd turned tense. Gauff, always expressive, muttered under her breath, frowned after errant shots, and even smacked her racket on her shoe in frustration. Collins, meanwhile, sensed the opportunity. She flattened her backhands with surgical precision, sending the match into a deciding set with a 6-2 response. Set 3, one breath at a time. But champions learn to suffer. Down a break early in the third, Gauff clawed back. Each rally was a mini-battle. Her defense, so elastic, so instinctual, began frustrating Collins. At 4-all, Gauff survived a 12-minute service game featuring 5 deuces and 2 breakpoints. It was the turning point. She broke in the next game as Collins sprayed a tired forehand wide, then closed the match with a thunderous ace, one of her few clean ones of the day. Final score, 6-3, 2-6, 6-4. As she stood at the net, breathing hard, sweat matting her curls, Gauff offered a tired smile and a respectful handshake to her fellow American. The match had lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes, not the longest, but emotionally, it aged everyone in the stadium a decade. I had to dig deep, Gauff admitted in her post-match interview. Danielle brings the fire every time, and today she really tested me. I wasn't playing my best, but I kept fighting. That's all you can do sometimes. Court 2, Mayo Ito's moment of magic. If Gauff's victory was forged in fire, Mayo Ito's was a lightning bolt from clear skies. The Japanese 21-year-old, ranked outside the top 150 and playing in just her third WTA main draw of the season, had entered the tournament as a qualifier. Few had her on their radar. Even fewer believed she could take on Jasmine Paolini, Roland Garros finalist, Wimbledon quarterfinalist, and the hottest clay-to-hard court transitioner of the year. But tennis thrives on the unknown. And Ito, small in stature but enormous in heart, scripted a story no one saw coming. A match few expected. Even fewer will forget. Paolini started well, breaking Ito early and taking a 3-1 lead in the first set. Her speed and court craft were on full display. But Ito, unbothered by the ranking chasm, began taking the ball early, rushing Paolini with surprising aggression. By the end of the first set, Ito had turned the tide. Her backhand down the line, struck with whip-like precision, had become a weapon. Her returns were laser-guided, and her movement impeccable. She took the set 7-5. The second was a blur. Paolini began forcing errors, trying to wrestle control. But Ito never wavered. She saved 3 breakpoints in the fourth game, broke serve at 3-all, and never looked back. Her celebration after converting her first match point, a fist to her heart and a quiet tear, was that of a player realizing a lifelong dream. Final score, 7-5, 6-4. This means everything. I don't have words, Ito said, her voice cracking during her on-court interview. To beat someone like Jasmine, I just played with my heart. And play with her heart, she did. Back home in Japan, the tennis community erupted. Social media lit up with congratulations. Kei Nishikori posted a congratulatory message. Naomi Osaka, now a mother and watching from afar, tweeted, "Moyuka is her. What a performance. Welcome to the big stage." A tale of two paths. The contrast between Gauff and Ito could not have been starker. One a top seed trying to hold on to expectations, the other a newcomer shattering them. Yet both offered something beautiful, resilience. Gauff's was loud, raw, and high stakes. Ito's was quiet, fearless, and historic. The Canadian Open, still in its early rounds, has already delivered moments that will echo long after the final ball is struck. For Gauff, the journey continues, each round a new test in her quest to claim a title that has always eluded her in Montreal. For Ito, every match from here is bonus, but with belief now coursing through her, who's to say how far she can go? What's next? Gauff will next face Veronika Kudermetova, a hard-hitting Russian with the power to push anyone off the baseline. If her serve continues to sputter, she may be in trouble. But if today was any indication, Gauff's mental strength could carry her through storms. Ito's reward? A showdown against Madison Keys, another American who brings heavy firepower and experience. But if anyone is riding high on confidence right now, it's the young woman from Kyoto. Final thoughts. Montreal bore witness to two kinds of tennis theater, the gladiatorial grit of Coco Gauff and the Cinderella rise of Moyuka Ito. And as the night settled over the IGA Stadium, fans filed out buzzing about both. One fought expectations,